is deeply committed to having OIN participate as a partner in coming behind major projects and supporting them in a unique and passionate way. As you know, there are many, many ways to collaborate, and the Linux Foundation has a variety of projects here that aren't listed, that are not certainly all their projects, but their projects represent opportunities for people to come together and collaborate and create new novelty. This is really the way we are changing and transforming innovation in society, through global collaboration and participation. And to me, the modality through which we collaborate, the way we work together across organizations and across the globe, is truly where the power is. It's the transformational nature of innovation. The evolution of the auto industry, obviously, this is just a sample of the companies that are here and that are driving forward, but AGL really is a critical component in creating a new future for an industry. Just as technological collaboration has occurred and is really a social phenomenon, the idea that 1 + 1 + 1 doesn't equal 3, but it equals 6 or 10 or 20, when we bring smart people around technological problems and allow them to solve them together, to build on each other's ideas. And we need freedom to be able to do that. We need to be all in. This isn't like old-style joint ventures between companies where both parties were only partially in and not trusting the other party. This is where, in order for us to truly distill the collective intelligence of a global population of people building around technologies like AGL, that what we're doing is actually creating something better than we could have possibly done in the siloed organizations that we've come from. And in parallel to the technological collaboration has come along legal collaboration. I'd encourage you to look at the Open Chain initiative, which has been debuted here today and was announced yesterday in a press release. Open Chain is a way of dealing with copyright and ensuring that you are instantiating and installing appropriate ways of managing copyright compliance activities inside your company. This is critically important, and the Linux Foundation is managing this project. I encourage you to find Shane Coughlin and talk to him, who's walking around the conference and spoke 2 days ago about Open Chain. It's critical that we put in place the legal components that allow us to be sustainable going forward, so that we don't run into problems down the road that could have been averted with better planning. OIN, for its part, is the kind of the granddaddy of defensive patent management activities in technology. It's been around for 12 years. It came about in the wake of SCO litigation, which was a small company that had Unix patents that was being quietly, and Microsoft thought secretly, funded by them to slow or stall the progress of Linux by suing 3 of the key companies that were driving Linux forward. Fortunately, we're in a different era. Microsoft's a different company, but it does remind us that we have to be reminded of the past in order to understand the future. And companies, not necessarily Microsoft, but other companies that are out there, may be interested in slowing or stalling the progress of Linux. And we need to be mindful of that, we need to be wary of it, and we need to be prepared for it. And that's what OIN does. And Jim and I have had a pact in the last 10 years that every project that he authors and manages, that we will work to identify the important elements of code, what's core to those projects, and we will look to create a patent no-fly zone around that technology, so that everybody can share and benefit and build on each other's ideas. OIN is a pro-competitive platform based on antitrust rulings in the United States and evaluations in Europe and in China and elsewhere in the world. It's the largest patent non-aggression community in the history of technology, with over 2,250 licensees and growing. We are embracing the idea of co-opetition, which was talked about yesterday in the keynotes, the idea that we are cooperating and competing. It's not an either-or, it's an always-on process of dealing with duality. The idea that we have to collaborate in order to increase and enhance our inventiveness and the ability to create new value, new novelty that drives products and services and makes them more interesting, more compelling to customers. at the same time as we recognize that patents exist and patents will continue to exist, and they're a central part of the innovation equation. And so inventing higher in the stack where we're not collaborating is something that we are encouraging companies to do if that's the path that they seek to choose, so that they can provide defensive support for their activities in the marketplace. At the same time, we're encouraging them to, and requiring them, when they participate in our community, to license, cross-license the patents they have that read on the Linux system. For us, that's the patent no-fly zone. It's the area of core functionality that's Linux-related and includes adjacent project technology that's core, from projects like AGL, from projects like OpenStack, from projects like pick any of the list, any from the list that I presented. There are so many projects that there's Apache code that's included in the Linux system. We're looking at ensuring that we are protecting what's core and only what's core, so that we can ensure that level of absolute committed, open, all-in collaboration that's necessary to create the kind of energy and the kind of novelty that we want in the marketplace, the kind of innovation in products and services. We have over 1,500 patents and applications in a variety of technology areas that we make available on a royalty-free basis. We're not selling anything. What we're doing is offering an opportunity for people to engage in community and protect themselves. And I talk to companies on a regular basis about how they can better protect themselves in ways beyond just OIN. But OIN is a fundamental building block that's a companion piece to project participation. We are offering access to this cross-license pool of patents from our 2,200 plus licensee participants, and the royalty-free license to the 1,500 patents that we own, which have been purchased at a cost of $95 million. It bears repeating that we spent $95 million buying patents that we offer you for free, because what we're trying to do is not just get you to sign a license. The license is a vehicle to create community, to bring people together, to recognize our interdependencies, to recognize that where we collaborate, we should not be suing each other, because that's the area where the innovation occurs. That's where the magic happens, and that we can't possibly risk damaging. We can't cut off avenues for people to be creative together. Not only people in this room, but people in rooms all around the world where they're trying to solve technical issues. The idea of leadership, Murata-san talked about this yesterday, and I think it bears repeating. There are companies that have made the decision that they're not only going to drive and participate in open source projects, but they're going to be leaders. They're going to be paternalistic, committed, with capital, with resources, with talent, that they're basically not going to accept a partial kind of toe in the water kind of participation, but it has to be all in. Toyota is such a company. Last year, Toyota became a full member of OIN, contributed $20 million to really take care of the automotive community, to take care of you, to take care of the potential problems that could exist around patent activity in this community. And I think, I owe Murata-san a debt of gratitude, and all of the other people that I work with at Toyota who are deeply committed, who share his infectious desire to succeed and to transform this industry. And it's my responsibility to make sure I build a community around of cross-licensed participants around the core group of technologies that are coming out of this project and will continue to come out of this project in the future. Google, in providing caretakerism for its projects, in this case Android and Chrome, participating and invested similarly in 2013. And in 2005, the true trailblazers in this world of patent non-aggression in the open source world, IBM, NEC, Philips, Red Hat, Sony, and SUSE, all got together and similarly created a foundation for an elegant solution that everyone, no matter whether they are patent friendly or whether they are antagonistic to the idea of patenting, can contribute and participate. because it's about creating unity around patent non-aggression. Understanding where we compete, again, is high in the stack, and where we collaborate, low in the stack, requires that we be all in. The leadership of Toyota has allowed us, just in the last 9 months, to bring in these companies as part of the auto sector participants in our community. We expect that by the end of the year, this list will be double in size. That there'll be German companies and Swedish companies and more American companies and certainly more Japanese companies that'll be participating in this community. Tier 1 suppliers as well as automakers. And we're working tirelessly to build this community as part of our obligation and to Toyota to be able to build community of patent non-aggression and ensure that everyone who standardizes on the core technology that's produced in this project is able to benefit from patent non-aggression and to be able to innovate together and openly. This is a sample of some of the cross-sector project company, participant companies that we have as part of our community. There are many, many more, obviously. I think this equation breaks down to participation equals protection. If you're participating in an LF project like Automotive Grade Linux, you should be participating in Open Invention Network. You should be looking at Open Chain, which the LF is putting out there to allow you to better protect yourself on the copyright side. Thanks very much. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.